no BC, but you know, this is a different Cammy, so let's see if he's able to apply some of the same strategies that he uses versus Dance Slip.
Absolutely. Different coast, but same menu marks as we go to the Metro City stage. And it's a quick start by Alex Myers.
Yeah, interesting start that I don't know if it was an accident, but he got a low drill and it just, Idom just got hit. But Idom looks like he's turning it around. He found a crush counter, found the dash up command grab after.
So nice cuts to the meaty. And just like that, the stun, Alex Myers trying to hold up out of a situation. And as you mentioned, there's a really quick turnaround, right? They were just in neutral. Roundhouse lands, gets the crush counter. And from there, Alex Myers kind of committed against just the down back.
Yeah, sometimes some rounds versus Laura, you know, they think like, oh, maybe I'll just hold up the whole time and eventually they'll try a command grab or something, and it just doesn't work out. And that's just Idom stuck to his plan, and it happened to work out for him.
Yep. Right now, this is a much more moderate pace. Alex Myers has now he's trying to walk forward and watch the ranges because he definitely got clipped there by Idom, but that's a good check on the dash. And now the tick throw, and this is Cammy's big danger zone. Never mind.
And he finds the jab check, converts into a V trigger, and this should be the kill.
Whoa. Yo, does it without any? Okay, I see you, Idom.
Okay. He knows his character. He knows that was going to kill, but yeah. I would have liked to see him use the meter just to make sure that he finished it off, but he got the job done. So quick first game from Idom. That
is definitely not something you will ever see out of me. I will not hold it. Yeah, but he's going to tuck that bar into his pocket.
Yeah, spend that cheese, but apparently he wants to save it. So,
and these are 2 out of 3 sets. So this is now Idom. Oh, big input error there.
Yeah, he's probably trying to walk around and press like medium kick, and he got an accidental command grab. And
so this is one thing that I'm seeing out of Idom is his defensive decision making after getting knocked down by Cammy in all of these instances has been extremely good. So Alex Myers has been able to get some loose hits. He's been able to turn some things into spiral arrows, but he has not put sequences together at all.
Yeah, and like as you said, you know, rare mistake there from Alex Myers. And Idom going to capitalize on that. Got the V-trigger combo and found the command grab.
It stays down. That's it. That's the round.
And opts to dash a whole bunch of times instead of building some meter, but probably trying to get in Alex Myers' head a little bit. You know, after the combo drop, Alex Myers might be a little bit flustered on that. But,
well, you know, he's taking him around the city, showing him the sights.
Okay. It is a beautiful city. Nice little stage we got here from Final Fight.
Saw the counter here come from there. And it's, again, Alex Myers gets the knockdown, but just like that, Idom blocks once, techs, and now he's out of the situation back to neutral. But Alex Myers pushing forward now. Finds this throw. Back into the pressure. Ooh.
Wow, unfortunate situation there for Idom. He gets grabbed by the EX hooligan, something that you don't see too often, but V-trigger came into play, and nice challenge there with the EX cannon spike from Alex Myers.
Making a choice. He's definitely committed to not really trying to stay in extended situations, and he doesn't want to have to block if he doesn't have to.
Nice command grab there from Idom.
Cammy can backdash a lot of Laura's knockdown situations. Unless Laura reaches like that.
And Idom, you know, he plays kind of slow and methodical, and he waits until he finds that opportunity before he explodes. And it seems to be working out for him because he has about a 40% lead right now. Has Alex Myers in the corner, pressuring with some normals, but Alex Myers finds that standing fierce, cancels to the activation.
Ooh, I like that. That's the setup right there in case you're trying to check the tick throw. But this, no, not done yet.
And one more hit should do it.
Ooh.
Oh, I guess I was wrong.
That pixel is magical right now, and then finds low forward V-skill toward, and the crowd short to finish.
And I want to say I think that was 4 straight rounds from Idom. You never really saw Alex Myers like find some momentum. And Cammy's the type of character that if she doesn't get the momentum going, especially versus Laura,
yes,
she's not gonna really get that pressure to force the errors, get some mistakes. And Idom just held his ground. He found the mix-ups, made a couple of good reads, and just like that, 4 rounds.
Yep,
Alex Myers goes down.
That is a frustrating sequence there because, like you said, you know, he's finding those loose hits. He got a stun in 1 round. You know, he definitely had offense there, but at the same time, Idom pulled it through. And as you can see, that is not a trick. You have been seeing him earlier playing Marvel, which he is in top 8 winners side, but also in winners, Alienware, Nemo.
Another famous Marvel player.
Oh, yes. We've seen him. He came through and just wrecked shop, right? People didn't really know about him that Evo. But then there was this guy winning long sets with ChrisG and Filipino champ, and now he's sitting down next to Mike and Ike. Method Gaming's Mike and Ike. We're going to have another Laura versus Urian. So we're definitely representing that early Season 2 problem era.
Yeah, so we definitely seeing the Season 2 strong characters have more representation now. You know, we got pretty much most of the strong Lauras here except for Wolfcrone. We got Mike and Ike here, we got 801 Strider here, we got Idom, and it's a character that, you know, sometimes Japan rates her pretty lowly, so they have her at C tier. But, you know, she gets a lot of representation here in America and Europe. She was originally known as Europe's character because they used her all throughout Season 1.
Mr. Crimson.
Mr. Crimson, Will Tupac.
And even now, Leo, shout outs to him, the homie out in France.
Afi, Shocks. So they have a couple of strong Laura players in Europe. Shout outs to them. But now, it looks like in Season 2, all the American Lauras just picked up, and they've, you know, been a lot of strong representation lately. You
know, and you and I could be known as apologists in some type of way, but she really does, you know, rely on the player to make those decisions. Without a DP, you have to be right. You see right here, once Mike and I gets knocked down, you've got to find a way out. And even now, they say, oh, well, shoot, I can't just, never mind, Mike and I, just knock it down.
So one thing I've noticed that Nemo has been doing a lot versus these Laura players is that he wakes up with the jab headbutt because it's unthrowable on wake up because it goes airborne on frame 3 and the first 2 frames of your wake up are unthrowable. So he's been using that option a lot.
Yes.
And until they stop him from doing it, he's just going to keep going for it.
Yeah. Oh, this should be the round.
And let's see if he optimizes this combo.
Gee, let her bounce a little bit.
And with a little bit of styling, maybe trying to send a message, put some bananas on her head.
Oh my gosh. And that is one thing about that jab headbutt as well. It doesn't really yield much of a punish on block for the Laura player. So it also kind of denies them that meaty they would really like, or that punish they would really like.
Yeah, and the thing is that Nemo's the type of player that he's not afraid to let the EX headbutt rip. So that one moment where you try to respect it, he might just sneak in the jab headbutt, and it's not really that punishable. So he does a good job of mixing it up.
Mike putting the pressure on here. Walk back, just a shimmy, one more.
And Mike and I would have dominated performance that round.
There it is. There's that huge burst damage. You saw it from Idom. You see it from Mike and Ike. It is a feature of the character. She can hop on top of just about anybody in the game and really put the hurting on. So now Nemo trying to become much more aggressive.
And Mike and Ike spamming everybody's favorite button. Laura standing medium kick.
Ooh, enough of that.
And good use from Nemo, charging up the V-skill so that he gets the armor because he was able to escape the corner because of it. But he's back in the corner again. He has a lot of white life built up, and it all goes away with that jab.
Now, what's interesting to me is that Nemo on his knockdown is choosing to use toward medium punch to meaty Laura. And on block, that's -1, but Urian doesn't have a 3-frame normal. So Laura will always be able to press stand jab and beat it out. And that's what Mike and Ike has been doing, and it's really robbing Nemo of pressure. I'm surprised he's not doing stand strong or, you know, a button of a little bit better. Oh, nice anti-air.
Mine's the anti-air. This is one of the combos that you know he's known for. But back to the Tor Strong, one of the reasons that he does that is because he mixes in the overhead, and you can't jab in between that one. So he's content with letting you get comfortable with the -1, and then eventually mix in that overhead, and then you could, you know, that overhead could lead into an Eyez, it could lead to mix-ups. So he's content with occasionally taking the -1 on that pressure.
And just as we were talking, found the gap right there. Stand fierce in the EX Fireball is not a true string. If you have an uppercut, let it rip. You will find your way every time. So you know, you and I, man, we'll talk about this character, but I'll tell you how to beat her.
Yeah.
Please don't nerf my baby. Okay.
So
back to it.
One of the things that Nemo's also aware of versus Laura, that it's one of her weaknesses, is that she doesn't have any unthrowable moves. So, and Urian has a strong shimmy game if he has you in the corner. Like, if he launches you with the crouching fierce, he could really put on the hurt. So Nemo's kind of just trying to get in her face, get some throw mixes going. But Mike and Ike's not letting him. He found the V-trigger cancel.
Thorough gap there. Nice, confirmed that by Nemo. Now he's putting the pressure on. Those crab slide punches now, changing up the pressure game. Oh, call back dashing.
Nice standing fierce there. He knew that Nemo would backdash, so he went for the standing fierce crush counter.
Can I only need one more? Oh, there's an anti-air. Oh, too short.
Yeah, right there, Mike and Ike didn't stick out a button, so he wasn't at danger from getting hit.
Oh, and an optimal confirm from Nemo. Realized he had the meter and needed to spend it, and just like that, he's sitting on match point. Urian, even though he got brought down to about 1,000 health, what I really noticed when he's fighting Lauras is that he really does, the great Urians do such a good job of forcing Laura to beat him in every avenue of the match. There's this neutral period here. There's that V-trigger moment when she does get it. And then there's that late game period. But we might not even get that far. tech there from Mike and Ike on the shimmy that you mentioned, or the tick throw setup.
Yep. So one of the things that keeps Urian afloat in this is that with the perfect finish, didn't even let me finish my words. So what I was gonna say was that Urian does very well in neutral versus Laura because he outranges her with the footy buttons, and he could get the armor. He has good anti-air, so Laura really has to find that knockdown hit. Mike and Ike wasn't able to get those mix-ups going, especially like that right there. He got perfected, but he's still in the tournament.
Yeah, he's in losers, and I mean that's a decisive set right there. But it's also one that really learns you, because when you lose like that, you'll go back and see so many things. And Mike and Ike obviously has been somebody who's come along in Street Fighter V, even in Season 1. So yeah. Sitting down next, a little bit of regional bias may be creeping in, but really I just like to watch people get punched. I'm going to be straight up and honest with y'all. We got BrianF sitting down across from Evil Genius's ChrisG. So we will probably be seeing Balrog Guile.
And these guys have played each other in a long set. I believe it was very close. I want to say ESL, one of the weekly...
Oh, one of the brawlers?
Yes, they played each other, and that's the one that BrianF really made a name for himself because he had like a huge lead.
Oh, yeah, that one like ended up almost, did he? I don't remember if he choked it away, but it was really close.
I think it was like 10-9,
yeah.
And BrianF ended up coming out on top.
Yeah, but he did. He had like a 7 to 8 game lead.
Yes.
But that is a long set, and those tell you a whole lot. But now in these shorter sets, these 2 out of 3s.
Yeah.
You have to, really jump ahead. That's what I really like about that format. And shout out to Suck to Throwdown, by the way, also part of the Capcom Pro Tour, who's doing 3 out of 5.
Yep.
But I personally just love that different feel of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what your opinion is on 2 out of 3 versus 3 out of 5, but I guess I just love the variance mostly.
Yeah, I think there's a value in any kind of format because, if you have less games to download someone, you can see some more interesting styles.
Yeah.
People taking more risks. But when you have a longer drawn-out set, people tend to play a little bit more conservative because they have some more games to catch up.
Right.
So right now we're still in the 2 out of 3 zone, and people are gonna bust out, the gimmicks and the risky play. So it's definitely lends itself to more exciting moments. And these guys have a history with each other, so. It's definitely going to be an interesting match, see what kind of play ChrisG takes into it, what kind of adjustments he remembers about fighting Balrog. And I want to say he's going to go with Guile, but he might opt to go with Ibuki also.
Yeah.
Because Ibuki is a character that really has come along in Season 2, and she just seems to be keep getting better and better, as people find more optimal setups with her. And ChrisG is no stranger to finding, exploring the potential of a character like that.
Oh, yeah. And he's actually really, he's come along with quite a few characters, not just the Guile and Ibuki, but we've seen him playing Urian and things like that. But I actually did hear Ibuki, so he is going to be going offensive. Which I kind of like the idea of it because Balrog's defensive options are not all that strong. Tap is a scary thing, but it is not a reversal in the true sense of, you have to respect this. You're not going to meet me out of this no matter what.
And a tap can't be done in every single situation. It's something that has to be calculated in advance. It looks like these guys are doing a butt check.
Yeah. So they're sitting down. Now BrianF, he's one of those guys when I found that he takes such a really humble approach to getting better.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I feel like players really should. If you're an up-and-coming player, and I'll be honest, I include myself in that, he's definitely somebody to take after. Doesn't let himself get a real attitude about playing, neither negative nor positive.
Yep.
But really just looks at the game for what he can find, what he can do, and finds the execution. And you can see right now sitting in top 32 of winner's side. He's made top 8 at premier events. So
yeah, and one of the things that's really interesting about BrianF is that, he's known for his strong Balrog play, but then he also releases a lot of videos that explains all the stuff that Balrog is doing.
Yes.
So he's okay with people finding out how to fight Balrog and how to do well against his own character, but because it's only going to make him stronger as a player. He wants to know what's real, what's not. Yes. But going into this match, we got ChrisG's Ibuki and BrianF's Balrog.
Okay, quick twist there from ChrisG now just to hold up forward, but you're really not going to see a lot of chances to jump over Balrog.
Nice stand fierce crush counter from BrianF. Yes. He's harassing with that button. He wants to see how much he can get away with it. It's pretty safe. It's only -3 from a distance, so I think he's going to keep checking with it just to kind of keep ChrisG on edge. Maybe it'll let him sneak in some dash-up grabs and open up his approach at that range a little bit.
So far, excellent spacing now by BrianF. Saw right there the V-skill on block, but was spaced in such a way that Chris didn't have a punish. And right now, BrianF is really just, you know, playing the Street Fighter 4 style of Balrog, which is just to hold the middle of the screen and not allow any type of movement forward.
Yeah, very defensive right now. It looks like ChrisG hasn't gotten in full gear yet. He's kind of playing a little bit conservative, but he has the corner position now and decides to switch sides.
Yo, he is just monkeying around. This guy is hopping all over BrianF.
And BrianF not having that, challenges with the jab, activates the V trigger, and this is where it starts to get scary for some people, but ChrisG is doing a good job of blocking it.
Excellent, blocked it out. BrianF for some reason went for the sweep there. I'm not too sure why his patience cracked, but now he's got on the defensive.
And BrianF is paying for that mistake.
Just like that down. Basically, yeah, has 0 life left, but Chris still needed to hit, and you saw that he was comfortable walking back, caught the neutral jump, or the back jump at the right moment, and took that first round.
And I think that one of the really good things about that first round that ChrisG did is that he blocked correctly on all the V-trigger mix-ups. And once that V-trigger runs out from Balrog, it's not that he's not a strong character without V-trigger, but that high damage threat goes away.
Oh yeah, he does normalize himself quite a little bit. At the very least, reduces himself to being base still on charge. That was a 4 plus frames there. Chris respects it wisely. +1 there.
And BrianF doing a good job of keeping ChrisG in the corner. He has him caged right now. ChrisG knows that he can't jump because Balrog has that good, really easy standing strong anti-air.
But that D-trigger is on deck. Here it comes. Comes back. Tie. Chris not respecting it. Takes the turn. And then BrianF disrespecting. Back at it now into the corner.
And advantage BrianF right now finds the crouching medium kick and takes the second round.
Knocked on the door with those stand shorts, roaming up the ribs, trying to get it to expand a little bit. And as soon as Chris tried to walk back to alleviate the pressure, the crouching medium kick finishes that round.
And I feel like BrianF didn't really make a big adjustment from the first game. He just started, he made less risk because that's what cost him in the first round. It's not, his game plan was good. Everything was working, but then he just took the wrong risk. And sometimes you don't need to take the wrong risk like that.
Yeah, just like that instant overhead. That just had to be an accident. I can't imagine he'd want to give up what was really a punish.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now we see a little bit of a risk coming out. BrianF pushing forward now. Only has 1 bar, but he has screen positioning. Chris does not have V-trigger just yet.
And Chris facing BrianF on his jab rush punches because that move is punishable, and Ibuki gets a full combo punish on that, but BrianF is spacing it out in such a way that it's making it safe. But ChrisG on an assault right now, putting some pressure.
Bombs away, but the activation, and this should be it. Pain Train heading downhill. Here we go. Woo. All it needs is a little toe tap.
And ChrisG shaking his head in disgust. He can't be happy about that. A lot of people, that's the one thing about Balrog that gets people just so triggered, so salty. Once that crouch medium kick connects,
yeah,
you know that launch is coming and the EX with the extra records. Oh man.
I honestly think the issue a lot of people have is just the activation factor. You know what I mean? It's the crouch medium kick first hitting and you realize this is really all about to be gone. It's the same thing with Laura. Oh, wow, that V-skill does go through projectiles, which is what the Ibuki's V-skill counts as, but now BrianF just harassing with the strong fist. Oh!
And BrianF was trying to run with the momentum, but ChrisG found the neutral jump that helped him get out of the corner.
And you know what he's doing actually is BrianF is hiding his tap really well. He's really not giving it away when he's charging tap versus when he's got all buttons available.
And that's one of the scary things about Balrog, that you know, you don't know when he's charging it. There's no visual indication, so you don't know if you have to be worrying about that move.
Right now, BrianF does not need much more, and a simple shimmy puts him on match point. BrianF looking incredibly dominant right now. ChrisG's 1 round really came off of a V-trigger set of mix-ups, and BrianF has just not given it to him since then. Oh, just when I say that.
And nice overhead from ChrisG. It does beat up throws, so good choice there, knowing that BrianF will try to take a throw there.
Now BrianF trying to be aggressive about pushing out of the corner, but ChrisG is holding that space excellently now.
And I like that ChrisG in this round, he's definitely reversed the momentum because BrianF looked like he was about to run away with it.
Big crush counter.
Definitely going to go for a reset here because he didn't get a high damage opener. So.
Yep. And also did not have any meter. A lot of gray life now sitting up for BrianF, but he does still have V-trigger. ChrisG has basically 2 bars. He'll have it as soon as any of them make real contact with each other. And speaking of real contact, now danger zone for ChrisG. Does not.
Yeah, but BrianF has a lot of gray health stacked up there, and just like that, he loses it all.
Oh, that should be the finish? Yes. Just the jump fierce. Didn't even need the second part of the target combo.
So like I said, good stuff from ChrisG, reversing that momentum. He didn't want to get steamrolled by BrianF. because that's where Balrog shines. Once he gets you pressured and gets you feeling frustrated, and you stop reacting to his dashes and everything. So
he really does wear you out over the series. Even though he's got high burst damage, like you're saying, you know, he loves it the most when he can get you to just jump at him, give him easy anti-airs, strong meaty sequences.
So once again, BrianF working on about 50% lead right now.
Anti-air strong right there, but now got caught. Never mind. EX screw smash, one hit armor. What's good?
Okay, but ChrisG sitting on full V trigger, so this could get real nasty if he manages to find that hit.
Now Chris the one threatening with that crouch medium punch or crouch medium kick. Which could turn this whole thing around. Here we go. Boom, bombs away.
Let's see if BrianF is able to block the next mix-up here.
There it is.
Good block.
Just like that, the V trigger's over. He's got a chance to fight again. Oh, went for the tap instead of an anti-air.
But lucky for him, ChrisG dropped the combo, so another chance at life for BrianF here.
And mind you, BrianF is on match point. If he gets one solid hit, never mind, we're 1-1.
And good stuff to ChrisG. Pressures with the standing jab, finishes him off with the crouching medium kick. I'm sure BrianF tried his own crouching medium kick to try to steal the round, but ChrisG all over it.
Not allowing it. That was, and if you see, there's some mirror of the sequence that happened before where BrianF was the one pressuring with light normals into the low attack. You know, it's a universal style that's just present in this game, especially because of the lack of crouch tech and things like that. It's very honest, and it lends itself. It keeps characters close to each other as far as round finishing abilities.
It looks like this reverse momentum has been working out well for ChrisG now.
Oh, wow, and a wild roundhouse just in the middle of ChrisG's jump. BrianF sitting on the doorsteps, and there's the stun. He will survive this.
But he's in a tough situation. Oh, didn't cancel to the V-trigger. I want to believe that was a mistake from BrianF because getting the V-trigger is just what's going to start the resets and the setup, so...
Yep, and then right there, you saw her trying to press a button after that V-skill dash punch. Even though it's safe, it is definitely not plus enough to allow Balrog to continue pressure. So,
good stuff from ChrisG, bringing it all the way back. Now, he's the one up around, but BrianF is sitting on full meter, so this could get bad in this round.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is still very winnable. Balrog almost never out of the fight, but he is in the corner.
Nice block on that overhead. Fights his way out of the corner with a EX rush punch. But just like that, ChrisG puts him back in there. Finds the throw. Is he going to go for another one? And he's just harassing with that overhead. One of the things about Ibuki's overhead that makes it so strong is that it goes over throw and it's safe on block. Only
-2. Beautiful punish on the V reversal. And now BrianF's got to do it without any V trigger.
And still he might not be able to get it, even if he finds a V skill, because it's just very unlikely.
Well, he actually, you know what, he might, if he could scheme it to block some more. He can build, never mind, another crouch medium kick finds its place. ChrisG walks BrianF into the loser's bracket after a very, very startling start. BrianF obviously disappointed, but put up quite a oh, you know, I try to be professional, but Ultimizer, I hear you one clapping out there. You only doing that because of where he's from. I see you, Ultimizer. I see you. And it's okay now.
And I know BrianF is going to go back to the drawing board. You know, that's not how he wanted to lose. He was up. He kind of let ChrisG reverse the momentum on him. You know, it is Ibuki, but it was his game to win.
Yes.
So I'm sure he's going to go back to the drawing board, think about, you know, what mistakes he made. And he took a couple of unnecessary risks, and ChrisG capitalized on them, and just some good openings from ChrisG also. Like, he found a back throw sometimes when he was in the corner.
Oh, yeah. That sequence was actually really surprising. You know, Chris, it showed the aggressiveness that Chris actually kind of turned on its ear, even though he did take a solid control near the second half of that match. Yep. It was not by being the aggressor. It wasn't by overly committing. It was actually by drawing BrianF out into the corners. So as we have coming up now, ooh, this is one that I definitely want to see. So we're going to have Side Games Beast Snake Eyes
versus 801 Strider.
Also sponsored by Red Bulls. You see the man with the logos, Snake Eyes and 801 Strider, two of America's finest Street Fighter players.
And 801 Strider unsponsored right now. Take note, guys. This guy's a free agent right now.
Oh, yeah. With much goodwill and a lot of respect, man. Personally, I've always really enjoyed watching Gustavo play.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's been a player that he made a name for himself in Street Fighter 4 with his able play. And he's very methodical. He's known for the fast command grab type characters that he uses, but he plays a slow paced style with highly aggressive characters, and it works out for him. So it's going to be very interesting to see what approach he takes versus Zangief, because this is a bad matchup for Laura. Zangief has a lot of tools that negate some of her pressure. Like, he can do lariats through her EX clap strings. Yes. Some of his normals, like his standing roundhouse, can cleanly beat her fireball in neutral. Yeah. Obviously, he's a command grab character also, and she doesn't have any unthrowable moves. She's very susceptible to throw mix-ups and things like that, and that's where he strives, Zangief. So I want to say matchup-wise.
And the V-skill as well really kind of puts a lot of her simple, meaty structures to shame.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are only 2 hitting for the confirm,
right? And
that's not good enough against Gief. So,
yeah. So
we'll see.
Snake Eyez definitely has a couple of points on his side in terms of advantage for this matchup, but you can never count out Idom Strider. He's no stranger to bad matchups. You know, coming from Street Fighter 4, where he had to fight a bunch of Rufuses and Cammys and
had to fight. Who did he fight at CEO that year? I think he fought. It was Mago with the Yang.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they did play. These two did play last week at Absolute Battle. Okay. Idom Strider reported that on Twitter. As it happened, he won by a pixel. He said last game, last round. So hopefully we're in for another another bar burner. This time we have the footage. Snake Eyez versus Idom Strider, and right away Snake Eyez representing that stand fierce with abundance.
And that's another advantage that Zangief has. He has these long-range pokes that Laura doesn't really have an easy time punishing. You know, she has to be really on point with her whip punishes.
Oh, you saw right there the V-skill, and even though Idom Strider tried to get out of the way, still got caught, and now plus meaties.
And working on a small lead is Snake Eyez, but
it is definitely meager with that V-trigger on deck. Here it is.
Finds the throw. And Snake Eyez wakes up with jab.
Yes, Strider that must have delayed it there. That she should have beat that if he did it right away instead of getting counter hit. But now that V-trigger all the way gone from Snake Eyez. Idom Strider still holding on to a little bit of his, but it'll be gone really soon.
And checking with the
no, he ran out. Ran out of V-trigger soul.
Wow, so he went for the EX SPD. It's unthrowable. So if Idom Strider had attempted a throw or a command throw, we won't know because we couldn't see it, but he probably got thrown out of it.
And I mean, that's just a round closer that Laura loves right there. The tick throw into the tick into the throw, but against Gief, as you mentioned, it's not going to be there. Strider has found a lot of purchase in neutral now. One more for the stun and his command grab. He should be able to get it.
Yep.
Whoa, that's a little far. I don't know, Gustavo. Never mind.
Yep. He knows his combos.
Never mind. He went for another variation. I want to see somebody go for the jump one, but you know, it's okay.
He probably didn't want to risk it. He just wanted to know what he's comfortable with, and sometimes you know you just got to get the job done. You don't want to try nothing fancy. Just do what you know.
Especially if it's gonna finish like that. Meanwhile, Snake Eyez done another flex.
And as you mentioned, that flex it's really gonna put a real strain on Laura's even her footsie game, because that standing roundhouse at the range that he used it from normally would be safe. But Gief can just flex on EXSPD, and one EXSPD could be the game for him.
So he could definitely take the whole round from her. Oh, very, very scary situations here. Nice through it. Doesn't even need to wait for the gap, and that's heavy, so Snake Eyez is going to be plus. Representing that pressure.
Nice challenge there from Idom Strider, using the crouching medium punch to
that's it.
Back.
What? That's not it. Never mind.
Excellent read from Idom Strider there.
Nice. Stand strong in the EXSPD.
And really interesting decision to go with the EX command throw there. That's not a situation where normally Laura players would go for it, but he surprised him with it. That's why I think he got grabbed.
Yeah. It's a +3 normal, so you kind of settle him down and then fighting the stand medium kick to finish it.
Everybody's favorite button.
Yes. Who doesn't love a good old stand medium kick? A knee to the face to wipe away your whole good day.
And Idom Strider with a serious look on his face. I think it's because the matchup is very stressful, and Snake Eyez, you know, nodding his head in approval. He approved. He was like, okay, you got me this time, you know. But looks like Idom Strider is the one that took a kind of a breather there, before going into the second game.
And it's well worth it, you know, win or lose, to just settle it down, think about your game plan, and be ready to come back into the match strong, just like you finished, or stronger than you'd like to be.
So right now it looks like Snake Eyez is kind of walking him down. Just with the threat of the flex and, you know, whipping a couple of down jabs, and slowly but surely he's pushing Idom Strider to that corner.
Okay, so there's that sweep right there that Idom Strider is throwing out. It is vulnerable to flex, but one of the things that I really like about it is that it is very difficult for Gief to kind of punish, and the knockdown that it surrenders can definitely change the whole tide. Just like in the EXSPD, Snake Eyez standing on top now, goes for another one. That's fierce.
You're going to go for a third one.
so. Oh, no, doesn't quick
nice
rise.
awareness there.
Oh, but then got ticked into it. That's light, those. Gustavo should be able to stand up. Yes.
All right.
And now sitting on full V trigger. One button into activation. Never mind.
Well, that was 4 SPDs that round, and just like that, he snuck it in. He dashed in, put him to sleep a little bit with the space that he gave him.
Yeah.
And he found the round. So let's see if 801 Strider is able to turn it up a little bit.
He really found him in all ranges, right? There's the one from neutral. He found one as a punish. There was one on wake up. What are we going to see now? Regular throw. And Gustavo going to backdash away. But of course, Eve can turn even that against her. Wow, -2 with the EX SPD. Gustavo just going for it now.
Once again, using that EX SPD at a strange time.
Yep, but then there's a check into the EX SPD. There's the meaty combo, but Gustavo should be able to get away once again. He's surrendering these finishers that are getting him back into neutral with V-Trigger.
And it looks like 801 Strider is opting to go for a backdash most of the time. And I want to see if Snake Eyez is going to call it out, maybe with a dash up standing roundhouse, or if he's content with just, giving him the space. So
you saw the quick reaction there from Snake Eyez. Saw that towards medium kick got blocked. He was ready to block the return and V-reversal it. Ooh, baited out, but not in time to punish. 801 Strider trying to be quick here, but he's got to be careful.
And he may have lost an opportunity there by not going for the heavy bolt. He opted to do a standing medium kick, and it might cost that one mistake. Might cost him the round.
We get another one here. Oh wow! Gustavo tried to stay down on it, but was still within range of that light punch command grab. Snake Eyez ties it up. The 27-second finish, 1-1. As we are in top 32, these two are playing fresh out of making it out of pool. So this is through. The winner of this goes in the top 16. So. Still more work to be done even after this. Could you imagine? This could be grand final somewhere.
This might be. So, two very strong players. Both have been in that situation before.
Fight.
So let's see. And got lucky there that Snake Eyez flexed, but he didn't punish.
Wow, and they are just banging at the bodies now with fierce roundhouses. Definitely not leaving anything out here. 801 Strider with that cross medium kick in the medium punch bolt buffer. He loves that. Punishes the V reversal. This might be the round here for Gustavo. Never mind.
Wow, he finds the EX bear grab using the armor on it and Gustavo has been doing a great job of throwing the V reversals. I don't know if he's doing it on reaction or if he was just committing, but he's making all the right reads. And,
regardless, that timing is very specific. I can definitely attest to struggling with that. Gustavo is doing a great job right now, but Snake Eyez is steadily forward, steadily moving right here. Another fierce SPD. After that, stand fierce crush counter. And then in the EX SPD, we might be one combo away from the end of the...
He goes for the back throw, and he does get a setup from this.
My goodness.
And he just made all the right reads.
Running bear grab, maximizing the meter, and just like that, we hit match point. And you saw right there the look on Gustavo's face, because there's not much information you can really take away from that.
Yeah, and that's the nature of these two characters that, it's a little bit harder for Laura to get it off on Zangief, but these two characters, if they just keep making the right reads, they could definitely steamroll you. And Snake Eyez opting to play a little bit risky by going with a lot of SPDs.
So you saw right there, Snake Eyez chose to punish that crouch sweep with just a crouch jab. That is a normal that 801 Strider might look to try to turn more on now in this situation, to try to bait Snake Eyez into trying to flex poorly. Never mind.
And Snake Eyez working on about a 40% lead right now. Hasn't really gotten hit yet. He's only been taking some white life.
But 801 Strider is fully stocked. He can turn it around in a hurry.
And 801 Strider has V-Trigger now, so that could definitely turn things around.
The crush counter can. Here it comes. Turns it up. Goes for the jab. Tick throw. Get a meaty? Yes, +1. Or not +1, but I don't know why Snake Eyez went for that. One more for the stun. There it is. Finds it. I don't know if he's dead, though.
He's definitely not going to be dead, but he's going to be in a mix-up that could get him the round.
Whoa! He's stepping a tick. Finds the command grab. Oh, boy. Snake Eyez kind of put his hands up there. Definitely kind of... One of the things that Laura really does, you saw right there, is really throws off the timing of you when you're trying to get things out.
Yeah, right there what happened was Snake Eyez tried to go for a delayed tech. He got hit with the stand fierce crush counter, and lucky he saw he got hit, so I guess he conceded the round at that point because the EX clap actually did not combo.
Yeah,
that was one of those rare situations where the standing fierce crush counter hits a little bit further away and like the EX clap just doesn't combo. So
that is maddeningly